Bam! The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, to the new video, Bitcoin video update. We do this Bitcoin video every single day because we have to know what's happening with Bitcoin so we can know what is happening with our alts. That's why we do this Bitcoin video every single day. Right now Bitcoin is down by minus 1.9%. It might actually go a little bit more down, a little bit more up. We're gonna see what's actually gonna happen, but it did hit some kind of a support. It also might stop there, and the rest of the day might actually be looking green. Also, there is a very nice pattern forming right now, and I don't want to talk about it because a lot of people that are seeing this pattern are gonna probably thinking it's gonna go in this direction, but I'm gonna argue it's gonna go in the other direction, and why that's gonna be so. That said, let's get into the charts and see what's actually happening over here. So Bitcoin, after not yesterday, day before that, on Friday, it had a big pump out up of this 10 moving average. It went above the 20 moving average and 50 moving average, 50 being the yellow one, above both of those, and closed above the all of the moving averages. So all of the moving averages are below us and are acting as supports, and we are above them and are looking very strong and healthy and everything, right? Yesterday we actually managed to create this small doji candle, doji candle in the middle, but with the support actually on the 50 moving average right here on the yellow line, and that's very bullish as well. Today we are dropping down a little bit, all the way down to, we went all the way down to the 20 moving average, and right now looking to retrace a little bit. How long this is gonna go down, when it's gonna be finished and start to chasing up, we're gonna be looking at that and what might actually happen, where we might get some kind of support. That said, first thing first, we gotta find where is our ultimate support for this week. So let's go to the weekly charts, and we're gonna see that this white line, the 10 moving average, we wanna stay above that. So since today is Sunday, we want to stay above the line. That means we're going to be bullish next week, right? So we want to stay above 10 moving average, and 10 moving average is around 54,800. Let's be very precise about this. This is around, yeah, 54,847. That's where this 10 moving average. So we want to close above 54,847. Let's put in a small number over there, like exactly over T, 838, around there. So we want, but there's a even more important support that we want to actually break, and that's this one over here. It's not support, it's actually a resistance. So on the way down, we broke here. It was created, the support was created right over here when we broke down with this, and now the next candle, this is a bullish engulfing candle. If you can manage to close above this line of now resistance up in this area up here, it's gonna be super bullish, because this candle now, it's bigger than entire previous candle, and this candle is called something called bullish engulfing candle, and that's a very bullish candle. I mean, it's bullish, so it's good. So we want to do that. Either way, if we do that, we will be breaking this resistance up here. That's very important, and it's very bullish. It's very good for the price of Bitcoin. That said, let's get back to the daily chart and see how that looks. And you can see that both of these lines are sitting actually below the 20 and the 50 moving average, but they are above the 10 moving average. So we still got some kind of room left down to go. This other line is sitting actually at 777. Let me just correct this because it's hard to put it there. It's actually 55,777 exactly on the dollar 0.65. But these two lines, we want to close this daily candle above these two lines. It's very important for us to keep on bullish. Now I'm gonna show you something that's very interesting. We're gonna remove the moving averages, and we're gonna go down to the 4-hourly chart, and you can see already here that some kind of pattern is forming, right? We went like bam, down, and I'm gonna whoop, and you can see here this is some kind of a rising wedge, right? It looks like a rising wedge, but to me, right? So I was trying, like, maybe we can go in, zoom in a little bit more, and maybe we can make some kind of pattern out of this. And I was looking at this top over here, and these wicks down here, and also it hits this area here that has been a very important trading area. So how exact this is, it's not that important, but it's important this line is very correct. So we got some kind of support, resistance hit over here, because when price going up, it's resisting the line. That those are resistance hit. This is also resistance hit. So this is some kind of very decent resistance line on the way up right now. And then we have this one down here right now, where we are hitting the bottom of the support. So this managed to be some kind of support with this, but it's not confirmed support because there are only like 2 hits on this. So if this holds, if we can manage to pull a little bit back up, so that mean we have 1, 2, 3 touches on the bottom side, and we have 1, 2, maybe 3 touches on the upside. Let's say we have 2 touches on the upside. That means that we're gonna hit it one more here time here at the top again. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 touches on the upside, 1, 2, 3 touches on the downside, and that will be forming this rising wedge. Now this rising wedge, there are a few assumptions, and I will say assumptions are bad when doing technical analysis, but some kind of assumption you have to be, and the shorter time period, the better, the most likely the assumptions are going to come true. If the time period is very long, like days and months and something like that, like weeks, it's just very faulty. But anyways, this is the one touch over here, this is the second touch, so we are waiting for third touch. This is the first touch, this 2 now wait, these 4 touches are confirmed, they are confirmed. This is getting confirmed right now, so we want to hold this this touch over here, and then assumption is that we are gonna hit this third touch up here as well. Now this is something called a rising wedge. This is a pattern called a rising wedge. When you have this pattern over here, that's a rising wedge, and probably these are very bearish patterns. They usually break on the downside and not on the upside. So they are bearish patterns. Rising wedges are bearish patterns, and folding wedges, something like this, are bullish patterns on our side. This is a bearish pattern, so people might be actually be bearish on this. But I'm gonna argue that this won't break on the downside. This will break actually on the upside, and I'm going to tell you how that's going to happen and why that's going to happen. So patterns, like everything else, has a probability to go either on the upside or downside, right? But people take that too literally, and they don't take into account the entire market sentiment and the bullishness or bearishness of the market before they make their judgment. So they look at it too mathematically and just like, yeah, it's 60% up, it's 70% down, 30% up, or 60% down, 40%. So we are gonna go down and we're gonna look for targets on the downside. No, when you are in bull market and everything looks bullish and everything, all other indicators are bullish, the probability to break on the upside is actually bigger than to break on the downside. It can break on the both sides, but the probability right now is to break on the upside and not the downside because of so much bullishness. Now that said, what are the targets for this? Well, it should be from the top of the resistance to the support, and wherever you think that the breakout might come. Maybe it's going to come here, right over here. If it comes right now, the target should be around 50,000. If it waits a little bit over here, something like that, the target should be around 52,400, something like that, give or take. It all depends where it breaks out. And the same thing goes for the upside. If it breaks somewhere around here, the target should be around 55,000, but it breaks up here, the target should be something around 56,000. So it depends where it breaks out, but that's how you find the target, where the price should be. So basically the price should be up in this area up here, and down here in this area down here, depending on where it breaks out. Now I'm gonna argue what I think is gonna happen. And now we come into this assumption part of the video, where you know, it's more the gut feeling and the experience that are talking, not actually taking an analysis. So since we have this hit over here and hit over here, and these 2 hits over here, and now we are confirming this third hit, and I've just told you that this is actually a bullish pattern and not bearish, taking into consideration the market sentiment. What I think that the price must actually get support over here and actually go all the way up here. As you can see here, this is the 60 target level, so we might actually hit 60,000 very soon, and that will confirm number one, these 3 touch support will be confirmed, but also the touch for the 60,000 will be confirmed. Now that's also psychological resistance on the way up, but I believe, since I've seen a lot of other wedges in this bull market break on the upside and not on downside. I think recently, I think that was V chain that broke on the upside through a rising wedge. There were others as well. I think this will actually break this 60,000 level and will go all the way up to something like 50,000. Depends where, yeah, around 55,000, something like that. So sorry, not 50, 65,000, something like that, to that target over there. So that's my actually plan. This last part is a little bit of assumption of what's going to happen, but whether this is going to happen or not, it depends to see. It all depends of if this support down here holds, if we're going to hit the 6,000 and break the 60,000 and get up there. But I think this is going to play out because, like I told you, it's a little bit gut feeling, experience. Earlier, what I've seen early in the other altcoins, what has happened with the rising wedges. So I know that all patterns have probability on the upside and downside, but I know it's not fixed number, because you have to always take into account what's actually happening with the price. Is this bullish, is bearish, what kind of market sentiment there is. And right now we are super bullish, so I don't see it actually breaking downside. We might actually break on the downside, and if we do that, we'll again continue going up, because I don't see this going further down. It might go down, but these are also assumptions because this is too far into the future. But if we do go down, it's gonna be a big pullback before we actually fire on upside again. That said, I actually see that this is gonna hold over here and go upstairs. Before we actually finish, let's look at some moving averages on the 4-hourly time frame, and because we just saw that on the daily time frame that we are getting support from the 20 moving average down here, but on the 4-hourly time frame the support is actually coming here at 55,800. so we still got some way to go if we want to hit that. We don't actually have to hit that, but we did break this the purple line, that's 200 moving average, and the white line, the 10 moving average. So the next support should come around 55,800 or something like that. Whether this is going to be enough or not depends to see. Let me put a line there instead of the number. Whether it's going to be enough or not to actually bounce off of this line, it depends. It doesn't look bad. We can go down as long as we close above, you know, this 55,777. Let's look at the back at the 4-hourly line. You can see that 55,777 is just below the line, so we can all go all the way down there and still be super bullish both on the weekly and on the daily, on everything, and there will be no problem. And just to see here how it looks on the 1-hourly chart as a last point, you can see that we are breaking the 50 moving average, 10, the 20 moving average, and the next support is coming up at 100 moving average. But this is a 1-hourly chart, so it's gonna move pretty quick up above the 55,777, so we might actually get support there. One way or other, we want to stay above the 55,777 line on this weekly chart. Let me just zoom in for the last time up here, just so you can see it nicely. We want to stay above this line because this line is going to tell us how bullish we are. If we just close above the 54,860, something like that, above the white line, we are bullish, but we didn't break this resistance. But if we manage to close above 55,777 on the weekly chart, we become super bullish next week, super bullish. That's what we're looking for. Anyways, for today, we might have some kind of, we already dropped quite a lot today. That's how much is that? That's already like 2.25%. We might even drop all the way down to 3.5% or something like that. But the markets are already bleeding enough with this Bitcoin drop, so I think that right now it's getting ready to turn around the tide and go up. But you know, take your precautions. Yeah, I don't think we will drop some crazy numbers today, but some small movements might actually happen. I don't think we're gonna go down to 54,000. It might go down and then we can back up. Like anything can happen. Anything can happen, so be aware of that. But you know, it looks fine. It looks fine. We are a little bit down, but it looks fine. if that makes sense. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We almost 20k subs. check out the Telegram channel, check out the Patreon if that's something for you. Links down below, click something. It's gonna be good times. Thanks for watching, guys. See you around. Bye bye.